Yes.
No.
Good morning. It is 10 a.m. on Tuesday, March 11th, 2025. Call this meeting of the Wichita County Commissioners Court to order. If everyone would please stand, Commissioner Fincannon will give our invocation.
Pray with me, please. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you, Lord, for all the many blessings you give to us, Lord. Thank you for all you do for us and our families and our friends, everything around our community, Lord. Thank you for the rain and the beautiful weather that we've had here recently, Lord. Lord, if you could please see fit to send us some more rain, we'd appreciate it with the wind we've been having. But thank you for the rain we've had, Lord. Keep our minds open and our hearts open this morning, Lord, as we make the decisions for the county. Give us, Lord, the wisdom to make the right decisions for the citizens, Lord, to help us do what's right. All this we ask and give thanks for through your Son, Jesus. Amen.
Amen. Please join us for the pledge to the U.S. flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And now the pledge to the Texas flag.
Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
All right, everyone may be seated. I'm going to do this a little out of order. We're going to do the presentation of Employee of the Month Award for February 2025 to Karen James, County Court at Law Number 1. I'll ask Karen to come up and Judge Butler as well. And Judge is in the middle of a criminal docket, which is why I moved things around. So they came straight from there. Here, go ahead and step over here if you will, Karen. We do this every month, so everyone knows the drill, but we always want to recognize outstanding employees of the county. And this month, for February, it was Karen. I just on a personal level always appreciate Karen's willingness to help. She'll greet you with a smile when you come into the office, in the hallway, whatever it is. Does a great job of making folks feel welcome and important, and just appreciate that. Now we'll turn it over to Judge Butler to say a few words.
Well, Karen has worked with me for over 20 years. Of course, all the time here at the courthouse, she has been with me. She's fought through a bunch, and some people don't know she's had strokes in both her eyes, so it limits her vision. And then had a heart attack at her desk here in the courthouse, and has come back through it all with just a positive attitude, which makes up for my surly attitude. So that helps. Also, I affectionately refer to her as the court Nazi, because she really keeps things moving. Through all this, she's kept us moving. I don't know if y'all got the OCA numbers recently. Our clearance rates are way above most of the courts in the state, almost all. So just wanted her to be honored and for all the job and everything that she does for us.
Karen, would you like to say anything?
I didn't prepare. I came unprepared. No, I left my speech at the office. We were so busy with all the guests, but I would like to thank the Academy and my friends, and I don't have family here, but he's on call. My husband's Captain Boyd with the Sheriff's Office, but no, I just thank all the county family that I have. I could not do what I do without the help of my county family, without the constant help of the court, the county clerk, the district clerk, the DA's office, Anita, just super help with the vision impairment and the everyday struggles. It is a struggle, and it is challenging, but you can do anything you put your mind to, and I just want to do the best I can for my judge and continue on to help strengthen our court. And I love my county family. Couldn't do it without them.
Well, Karen, thank you. Just as a small token of our recognition and gratitude, a plaque to commemorate the occasion. And then I do believe you brought your own photographer.
My coworker. I needed to mention my coworker, Casey Koski, is our court reporter. Definitely couldn't do what I do without her. So thank you, Casey.
Good.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
All right.
I appreciate it. No, you're going to hit me.
All right.
It probably makes you a little nervous when the judge comes in the middle of a criminal.
Yeah.
In the road.
He's wrong. I gotta go.
At least you don't have two
Thank you.
sheriff deputies standing behind him. So.
Yeah, thank y'all. Okay. And then at this time, we're going to do a presentation of proclamation designating March as Meals on Wheels Month. I'd invite our representatives to come forward. Y'all can either stand right here or right here.
Wow.
I see that.
Don't put those down there.
So before everyone gets to enjoy my spirited interpretation and reading of the proclamation, would y'all introduce yourselves?
I'm Courtney Wagner. I'm a member of the Board of Directors for Meals on Wheels, Wichita County.
I'm Mary Bird. I'm the Director of Client Services.
I'm Michelle Oates. I'm the Director of Operations Finance.
I'm Shayna Pope. I'm the Director of Case Management.
All right. Well, good morning. I'll read and then give y'all the chance to say a few words if you'd like. All right. Whereas on March 22nd, 1972, President Nixon signed into law a measure that amended the Older Americans Act of 1965 to include a national nutrition program for individuals 60 years and older. Whereas for more than 5 decades, this landmark law has helped to fund community-based organizations like Meals on Wheels, and it is still the only federal program designed specifically to meet the nutritional and social needs of older adults. Whereas Meals on Wheels Wichita County programs, both congregate and home delivered, in Wichita County have served our communities admirably for over 58 years in the county and provided over 250,000 meals to seniors in Wichita County in 2024. Whereas Meals on Wheels Wichita County's programs in Wichita Falls, Texas provide a powerful opportunity for social connection for thousands of seniors to help combat the negative health effects and economic consequences of loneliness and isolation. And whereas the senior population is increasing substantially and action is needed now to support local Meals on Wheels programs through federal, state, and local funding, volunteering, donations, and raising awareness to ensure these vital services can continue to be delivered for years to come. Now therefore, the Wichita County Commissioners Court is the governing body of Wichita County does hereby proclaim March 2025 as a month celebrating Meals on Wheels and urges every community member to take this month to honor our senior nutrition programs, the individuals they serve, and the volunteers who care for them. Our recognition of and involvement in the National March for Meals celebration can enrich our entire community and help combat senior hunger and isolation in America. Dated this 11th day of March, 2025. So I will hand that to you.
Thank you.
And then I will turn the floor over if y'all would like to speak about what you do and make a pitch and all that good stuff.
Okay, a pitch? Okay, first of all, thank you very much. We appreciate your partnership with our organization. The staff and Jackie, who is ill today, couldn't be here, but she is our fearless leader and we are so grateful for her guidance. She sent me a little cheat sheet of numbers and I just was going to let you know that in Wichita Falls and the surrounding communities, we served over a total of 327,500 meals from January to December of 2024. And that included our volunteers and our partners delivered 230,000 plus meals in our community. We've been helping serve the hungry in our communities for over 50 years, and we just want to thank you so much for your partnership with us.
We have a day in March 20th, which is our Community Champions Day. If anybody wants to come and deliver that day with us, we'd love to have y'all. Just give us a call and we'll get you a route assigned for that day. Do you have anything else? Yeah.
Okay, well, do you want to say anything?
You know, one of the things that I've been really impressed with, Judge, is not only do they deliver food, but in the events that I've been to and around, good food.
Yeah.
It's very tasty and very good, and sometimes I think you feel like you might lose a little quality when in the quantity that you have to do it. Doesn't happen. Everything I've ever had it's really good. This is a great tribute to, I think, our older population and the people of this area really care, and they really care about their neighbors. And I think this is evidence of that, so.
Well, it's more than just the food. It's the one-on-one
Okay.
that the route drivers, y'all take care of my mom. And I can't tell you how many times she hasn't answered the door or not been where she's been at home, she's out elsewhere, and I'll give you a call and just to check, so I can double check and make sure that that's good peace of mind, because we can't always be over there every day and check on her, so it means an awful lot.
Yeah. I also just want to thank y'all, and in a moment of feeling very old, Mary was a junior high kid when I met my wife, who was an intern for junior high girls at First Baptist Church in the ministry, and you should still be in 8th grade. So, it happens. But thank y'all for what you do. Thank you for what Meals on Wheels does. But I do want to especially thank y'all for serving in board capacity and others to help make sure that Meals on Wheels continues to be viable and do the great work that it does. So
You're welcome.
thank y'all very much.
Can we have a picture?
Oh, yeah.
Perfect.
Thank
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, Jen.
Appreciate you guys.
All right. What next? All right, at this time, it is 10:11, and we will open up for public comment. Remind everyone, public comments need to be limited to 5 minutes or less. Commissioners Court cannot take action on any item brought up during public comment. Does anyone have any public comment this morning? Tanya?
Do. Judge, you know about this, but I want to publicly thank Matt Davis, our auditor. He hit the ground running, as we all know, when he started last year. August? August. And actually on August, I think 19th, he started with a bill from the Texas Workforce Commission that was $23,000, $23,917.39, which had been hanging out there for the past 4 or 5 years and had not been paid, not been solved. I get the people side, he gets the billing side, so I really don't see that. I do see the total bill when it comes in, but I don't have a clue why we're getting a bill, because in the past 4 years, we've only lost 3 cases, and they weren't even losses. We chose not to pay them, not to contest them. But anyhow, he dug in and would not let go, so much so that I think he had a brick wall thrown up by TWC because they didn't want to talk to him anymore and sent us some nasty grams about pay up or else, which is where you came in and hooked us up with James Frank's office. And that's only the second time that I've been here we've ever had to use Representative Frank. But Bob Payton intervened, and I guess when they start hearing people much bigger than us, they decided to take notice and start looking at their own accounting system. Immediately, the bill went down to $19,642. And then just not very long ago, it went down to $9,376. And then we pulled cases from 20 and 21 and all the findings, which were always in our favor. And then yesterday, Matt and I met with some representatives from TWC, and as of yesterday, it is safe to say we have a zero balance.
Wow.
And that's
Awesome.
because,
Good job.
dog on a bone, he wasn't going to let go. So,
Well,
just to
and-
tell him thank you.
And I will piggyback, because Tanya, the one person she didn't mention in that, who deserves some thanks, is herself. That when we've got everybody working as a team, we get with our state partners and they can help us out. I mean, it's just an example of doing
Yes.
good work and saving money.
Yes.
Tanya and Dimitri from the
Yeah,
district attorney's
that's right.
office.
And Dimitri.
Yes.
Mhm.
And thank you all for not just letting it slide.
Because
It's
somebody
it's
could have
it's the
said, let's just
taxpayers'
pay it
money.
and start at zero.
It's- yeah,
And
It's the taxpayers' money, and I appreciate y'all fighting for it. Yeah.
Good job,
okay.
everybody.
Matt, do you do that on a personal level too? Did you work on a couple of projects?
I think
That's
he's
pretty
still got
good.
enough going on.
That's pretty impressive, I'm telling you.
Thank you, Tanya. Do we have any other public comment this morning? I am going to ask Wayne, if he doesn't mind, to just come up and talk a little bit about the fire weather scenario we're looking at for later on this week, and to encourage citizens to remain vigilant.
Good morning, Judge, Commissioners. Well, I wish I'd have went before the Meals on Wheels people and before Matt and these people, because they got all the good news and I'm gonna be the bearer of bad news, I guess, so. But everybody knows all the grass is cured, pretty much about 2/3 to 7/8 of the state, so we got a little bit of rain. We know it was plentiful and it wasn't enough, but it'll help for a little bit, but the grass is still cured. We have some pretty significant weather coming in Friday. If you've watched the weather, it's going to be get up to critical to very critical to up to extreme on Friday. Temperatures are going to be pretty high. We've got teens to single-digit RHs, pretty much from here all the way out to West Texas, the Panhandle, down south. And you wouldn't think down south, you figured it wouldn't burn, but they had like 18 to 20 fires this last week down south of here. So it's pretty dry down there too. So we're looking at pretty substantial winds. Around here we could get up to wind speeds of 60 to 65 mile an hour gust. Around here is what they're saying, up to 70, 75 mile an hour winds out west and in the Panhandle. So anybody that's going to be doing we're not in a burn ban right now. So, anybody can burn that wants to burn, but I would encourage anybody that's going to do any burning over the next few days up till Friday, hold off if you can. Just wait, especially if you got burn piles that are going to burn for quite a few days. Those large 100-hour, 1,000-hour fuels with the big logs, they'll burn for 4 or 5 days up to a week. So if you can, let's wait till the weekend till the wind dies down a little bit if we can. So other than that, like I said, it's going to be a little rough around here for a few days, and it's only going to get hotter and windier towards the end of the week, especially Friday being the severe day. So if you guys have any equipment available, have your phones available, we might need to call you. So
They will. All right.
Lane power lines get to be a real problem when you get to those kind of winds. So anybody that's out there, if you've got something and you can shut it down for that 18-hour period or whatever it is, that would sure help.
Yes, sir.
Because they get to whipping together, and once it gets started, see, it's 65 mile an hour, you can't stop it.
yeah, it's hard to catch, and our guys don't need any more practice. We've had enough practice. So
But just be advised, if you've got some of those loose lines around on some kind of a private system, whether it be in an industrial deal or oil or ag or whatever, boy, if you can shut it off, that'd be a big help just for a few hours.
yes, sir.
Okay. Dwayne, thank you.
Appreciate it.
We have any other public comment this morning? Okay. It is 10:18 and public comment is closed. That brings us to the consent agenda that has 10 items on it this week. A few changes I need to propose. First, item number 5, motion to authorize payment to Core Health in the amount of, that should be $4,004.08, 4004.08, as reimbursement for payments made in error towards Midwest Dental invoices. Matt, this again is always working, was able to find a little bit more in the way of credits and things that hadn't been properly applied, so that number is a little smaller. Item number 6, which is it was on last week's agenda and we pulled it down. I need to ask that we pull it down again this week. The motion to transfer funds to essentially true up the 2024 budget from the year end. We're still looking at a few of those items and what the numbers need to be and which departments actually need the transfers. So I'm asking that we pull off number 6 from the agenda this week. And then item number 10, that should read motion to approve application and certification for payment number 05 and the amount of $59,784.45 to Mars Patriot Construction for project number 21881, not M&F Littleton. So changes to 5 and 10 and pulling off 6. Are there any objections to any of those changes in the pulling off of the?
No.
Okay.
Now I have another one we need to change.
Okay.
Number 7.
All right.
And this will be the wording on it. Motion to approve VEIGH Tractor invoice 18634 in the amount of $14,051 for Ironcraft piston motor swing boom cutter to fit John Deere 328 to be paid from 222.
Okay.
It was not a John Deere piece of equipment.
Is that a skid steer deal?
That is a skid steer attachment to cut trees along bar ditches. And motion to approve consent
Second.
with those changes.
With those changes, yes. Got a motion by Commissioner Fincannon, seconded by Commissioner Beecham, to approve the consent agenda as amended. Do we have any questions or comments on the motion or any of those items?
Judge, I have one minor thing to add to number 5.
Okay?
It is possible with that amount change, that part of that will be reimbursed by the DCIF. So general fund will pay for it and then receive reimbursement once we have the information submitted to the sheriff's office, and they can decide what is DCIF and not.
Okay. Do you need any language changes, Matt, or
No,
just
sir.
information? Okay. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right. Any other questions, comments on the motion or the items? All right. Motion's before us. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0. Item number 1 in general business is to review and approve the regular bills for payment. Verify payroll taxes have been filed and order county treasurer to disperse payroll and/or bills within 72 hours via U.S. mail, FedEx, UPS, or electronically, unless directed otherwise, or may be picked up and ledgered in the treasurer's office.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All right. We've got a motion by Commissioner Fincannon, seconded by Commissioner Beecham, to approve, verify, and disperse. Do you have any questions or comments on the motion or the item? All right, items before us. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0. Bless you. Item number 2, discuss, consider, and/or take action to approve and ratify the minutes of the March 4, 2025 regular session and the March 7, 2025 special session.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion by Commissioner Beecham, seconded by Commissioner Fincannon, to approve and ratify the minutes of both sessions. Do we have any questions or comments on the motion or the item? All right, that motion's before us. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0. Item number 3, discuss, consider, and/or take action to approve the updated Wichita County Basic Emergency Management Plan and authorize the county judge to sign a letter verifying it to be current and distribute the plan to relevant officials in Wichita County and participating cities. Lynn, do you mind just coming up and giving a brief, high-level overview of changes to the plan, why we're doing this now, that sort of thing?
Yes, sir.
20-minute timer.
20-minute timer.
Judge, Commissioners, the basic plan of the emergency operation plan is the very beginning of our plan on how we'll implement during disasters. It contains the annexes A through X. And the only big changes in this one was changing some of the line of successions within some of the additional, or the outlying cities, and then changing the resource advisor from what used to be the administrative assistant to the judge or the designated representative. All the other changes in the plan have remained. There weren't any other big changes that came up.
Yeah. And so this letter and the plan will go out to all of our participating cities around the county to give them a chance to look it through, make any comments.
They've already made
They've already-
comments. I've already sent it out as a draft
Okay.
earlier before I sent it on to you. And I only got comments back from Burke. None of the other cities had any comments to make. So I made the changes that Burke had requested and went ahead and finalized the plan. It's due every 5 years, according to TDM, or the Texas Department of Emergency Management. So this is the 5-year review of the plan.
Okay. Any questions? Okay, Lynn, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Motion to approve.
Second.
And we hope we don't need it.
Yep.
It's one of those deals.
We've got a motion by Commissioner Fincannon, seconded by Commissioner Beecham, to approve the updated Wichita County Basic Emergency Management Plan and authorize the county judge to sign the letter verifying it to be current and distribute the plan to relevant officials in Wichita County and participating cities. Do you have any questions or comments on the motion or the item? All right, that motion is before us. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0. Item number 4, discuss, consider, and/or take action to approve one of 2 quotes to replace or refinish the countertops in the indigent healthcare office to be paid from permanent improvement with lines determined by the county auditor. Commissioner Beecham, is this you or is this Ricky?
It's a tag team
Okay.
event. It's been over by Indigent Health several years ago during the COVID when we kind of remodeled that office. We didn't replace the countertops. We recoated them with a countertop coating. That coating is failing. There's areas, particularly out in the public side, where it's all scratched off, and as you can see, the orange countertops behind. We've done so much improvement in that lobby area. It seemed like natural to go ahead and finish that out so it looks as good as everything else in the area. Had Rick go ahead and get some quotes on how to proceed, so all that Rick handled.
Morning.
Morning. So as you saw, those beautiful quotes that I submitted came through on cell phones and any other method available to, it's hard to get emails through county email a lot of times. So anyway, I have people just send quotes however way they can. The one quote was from Hard Tops, Dan Leonard Hard Tops, which is resurfacing again. Now, the only difference in that would be that we resurfaced it ourselves the first time, I believe.
Yeah.
And this time it would be professionally resurfaced, but it would still be resurfaced. So, that was one option. The other option I got was to actually replace the laminate, remove the laminate altogether and put new laminate back on that's, to whatever color is designated, but replace it, stripping the laminate off and putting new laminate back down. So
Who, I couldn't tell from the
it's
submit-
Cody Williams Construction.
And just so that everyone's got that front of mind, the refinish from Hard Tops was $3,800, and the replacement through Cody Williams Construction was $7,000. Is that right?
And I did some research on hard surface, if you put hard surface down, astronomical, $180 a square foot. This comes down to about $45 a square foot because we have the main countertop at the front plus all of the
legs,
sides,
support.
everything you see is getting covered. So right now it's painted almost kind of, the lower areas are kind of painted, so that's just kind of, you can scratch it off and it's pink. But that's all the countertops at the windows plus underneath the windows on both sides. And then off to the side, there's also 2 other little service windows that have countertops. So all of that would be done and it would all match. It'd all be the same color, whatever that color is.
The resurfacing y'all did lasted approximately 4 years.
Since COVID, yeah.
3-4 years.
Yeah.
What kind of warranty does Hard Tops have? Will
For
they
the
give you-
resurfacing, I honestly didn't ask. I know from experience because I've actually had many, I was in the apartment industry. We did resurfacing all the time because it was cheap. So countertops, tubs, you name it. It would last through about 1 rental. And then now I'm not saying that Hard Tops does work that works like that, but my experience says you get 6 months, a year, a typical lease, and then you're gonna strip it and redo it again.
That's been my experience also. That's why I asked.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
But replacing them,
But
it's going to be a different.
physically removing it and putting in a whole new product would be much more.
Is that a Formica finish?
Yeah.
So we're gonna, then the only thing I would ask is if we're gonna buy Formica, let's buy one that looks that'll be in stock for the next 5 years. Some of them they keep and some they don't.
Yeah, we'll get it's gonna be a basic black gray or something.
Right,
along that
standard.
line,
That
so-
way, in case, a customer of the county pulls off an edge or something and damages it, we can buy that one piece and just fix
Right.
it.
Yeah,
That
we're
would
not-
be my only input into that. I'd much rather go toward the,
Well, is there some of these new, I mean, there's new stuff coming out all the time. Is there something out there that's just better in general than what we're talking about?
Corian,
Yeah.
but it's expensive.
Yeah.
It's real expensive.
I think it's hard to beat Formica. I mean, this right here,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's,
you're
Well,
on,
considering the use it's gonna receive, you know, you got people, I guess, leaning on it right now, that kind of stuff. It's not like we're hammering on it or cooking on it or, so I was just wondering if there was something out there that we could just change gears completely and get, you know, 10, 15, 20 years out of it.
well, if you go Corian, it's basically a forever surface.
Right.
But we're talking about a
Our lifetime forever.
yeah, major,
That's more like 300 a square foot
yeah, okay.
for Corian.
I mean, that's what we're putting in all new construction, obviously, but.
But instead of
But-
7,000, you're looking at 49.
no, I don't know that it, no, it's.
Never mind.
It
Never
won't,
mind.
I don't think it'll be twice. It'll be close to twice. but-
Okay.
Yeah, it could be close to twice.
We might put Matt in charge of whittling that down for us.
We'll put it this way, the countertops that are on there were put in the 1970s, so we've got our mileage off of them.
1970 doesn't sound that long ago, but it was. It was.
I was in elementary school when those
Yeah,
cabinets
okay.
were put in.
Yeah.
Sounds like, I mean, your recommendation would probably be to go with the new.
I think to relaminate the tops and, you know, and the sides, and then you're gonna have something that's gonna be there.
And his estimate was to do all the legs and everything,
Yeah.
all new,
Yeah.
recovered.
Legs,
Everything,
tops,
everything that's Formica currently.
everything that's exposed actually right now. And there's some challenges, that, a lot of this is the challenges in the labor, cause he's gonna have to set up shop, basically in their offices, and cut this material, place it, router it, do all this stuff while it's an active office, so, and there's gonna be some things he won't be able to do while they're in there, so, you know, there's just some installation challenges that we'll have to work around.
Okay.
Motion to approve the laminate. Relam.
The $7,000 Cody Williams construction one?
Yeah.
Okay. Got a motion by Commissioner Beecham, seconded by Commissioner Mahler, to approve the quote from Cody Williams Construction for $7,000 to replace the countertops in the indigent healthcare office to be paid from permanent improvement. Do you have any questions or comments on the motion or the item? All right. A motion's before us. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0. Make a note here. All right, and that takes us to item number 5. Receive update on courthouse renovations and county courthouse annexes. Commissioner Beecham?
The news has been good this week. So got my doors in, got the glass for the doors. So those are currently being stained and finished, so they should be in.
They're not black?
time. They're not black. They come in unfinished like they were supposed to. The only thing they didn't come with was the hardware, which they're tracking that down, but we can make it work. We've got enough to make it work. Still got my fingers crossed on the remaining 2 shutters being here in time. The seal came in yesterday for the 30th, so those were the items I was waiting on. Looks like we're gonna finish. We did a punch walk last week. They're fixing all the punch list items. There, not much in the courtroom itself, but there was quite a bit of things in
Office suite.
the offices that needed to be taken care of, so. So they're getting that resolved as we speak. Iowa Park was out there a couple of times last week. Everything's moving along well, so not a lot to report other than it's just moving along
Progress.
well, yeah. So that's pretty much where we're at on everything.
Okay. Any questions on courthouse renovations or annex renovations or Iowa Park? Okay. All right, it is currently 10:35 a.m. At this time, we will be moving into closed session for 2 items. So I will ask, I'll go ahead and read out. Item 1 is discuss potential land acquisition in Electra, Texas to address long-term concerns about access to the radio tower and Road and Bridge Precinct 4 facilities. This is closed pursuant to Texas Government Code Section 551.072, deliberations about real property. And item 2, discuss potential purchase of additional property in Electra, Texas from Dara, Texas LLC. This meeting is closed pursuant to Texas Government Code Section 551.072, deliberations about real property. If you're not authorized to stay in for this closed session, I will ask that you vacate the room at this time. And thank you. Will you stay?
mule,
Yes.
Yeah,
drag,
I guess it
plow.
was done, well, that's why the rule says
04 a.m. and we are back in open session. The only item here is to take action as necessary on closed session items. Had good discussion, but I don't think we have any action to take on either of these items in closed session. So with that, it is still 11:04.